Starting fourth grade was just like any other year, but when I had conferences and his teachers were showing me some of his scores and his grades and his homework, and I just thought, oh, we really have to do something. We have to do something. And, it was a choice of, do we go into the doctor and have him prescribe medication for ADD, which I think if he does have ADD, which hasn't been diagnosed one way or the other, I think it would be really mild. Would medication help? Maybe, maybe not. But I think LearningRx has helped him really focus.
LearningRx, it helps you with, it really helps you with reading, and it also helps you with kind of focusing and paying attention. And sometimes they put distractions, and once you really get into it, then you can ignore the distractions really easily.
When he started here, he was pretty nervous. I noticed a lot of him cracking his knuckles and fidgeting and, playing with his hair and just not real confident. He had a couple of times where he cried because he was so frustrated. He just couldn't do the procedure and he broke down. And, they're hard stuff. No, they're not hard procedures, but he just knew he could do it and he couldn't get his mouth to do it, and that frustrated him a lot.
Sometimes I would get really so overwhelmed that I would kind of cry, and that was at the starting of the year, and it started to wear out when month by month it started wearing out. Well, some of the things were really difficult. Probably like attention compute, because you have to add numbers to the number, and so like you were adding threes to numbers, you would go, if there was a 3, you wouldn't say 3, you would say 6. I practice so then I won't get overwhelmed.
Ready? Go.
Okay, 5, 4, 9, 10, 9, 7, 11, 4, 7.
Perfect. Good job. Okay.
Some of the things were difficult, but most of them were fun.
In reading his improvements, I think it was just the knowing that he could come to the end of the chapter and remember what he read, and that he remembered details, and he was, I think because through LearningRx and the metronome, he was forced to give an answer and forced to read it out loud, and that he didn't have time to really sit and think and let his mind wander. I think that gave him that advantage, because he just was, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to read this book, and then I can tell you what it's about at the end of the chapter, end of the book. And he was able to I think he was smoother, he was, not taking time to really sound out words, he just knew them.
The mice scamper around a log in the marsh.
Good.
Ducks sit on a smooth rock. A fox creeps and keeps his keen snout to the ground. It's going to help me with my reading, and it's probably going to help with paying attention, and a lot of reading, and some spelling for spelling tests.
Because of all the work with the ReadRx program and everything, he really just, he just got it. And his math test scores, he was at grade level at the end of the year for reading. And I can't remember where he started at the beginning. His math, he was very behind. I think he was rated as a second grade reading level, and ended as a where he should be. I don't know how they classify that, if it's a fourth grader or an almost fifth grader. So we were thrilled, and he just, impressed us with how quickly he progressed. Even at his midterm, they did a winter map test for him, and they don't generally as a practice do that for all the kids, but they did it for him, and he was, his teachers couldn't believe how much he progressed, and they were just floored with how quickly and how much, and it was leaps and bounds. And he wasn't even halfway through the LearningRx program at that time. I think he was 6 or 8, maybe 10 weeks in, something like that. So we saw rapid results. And then when his teacher emailed me, she says, I have never seen a 36-point jump ever on map tests, ever. So we were so thrilled, and got choked up as I'm kind of doing now, but it was so fabulous to see that kind of a jump and to see that much progress. It was, do LearningRx for your children, it's worth it. So